Hi there, and thank you for taking the time to watch this exciting video that can improve the quality of your life within the next few days. Now, before I continue, I'd like to ask you a simple question. If I could show you a way to get your hands on a few $1,000s within the next few days, and up to $1 million or more within the next few months, legally, honestly, and ethically, would that interest you? Like most people today, I was suffering a deadly disease called no-income-itis. It came to the point where I was about to give up on my dreams of achieving financial freedom. Can you believe it? I was about to get a job, which to me is next to being in jail for the rest of my life or being near death. You see, in the past, I got involved in the numerous network marketing companies that promised great fortunes only to be disappointed. And I also took all the courses from the internet marketing gurus who promised me great wealth upon their secret techniques, only to find that they were the only ones making the money. And by the way, I found out later their techniques were given for free on other websites. Oh well. One day, a good friend of mine shared with me the partnersinwealth.org activity. Now, all he did was ask me a simple question. If I could show you a way to get your hands on a couple of $1,000s or more within the next few days, legally, honestly, and ethically, would I be interested? What do you think I said? Of course. Yes. Are you serious? Give me the information and I'll take a look at it. Now, all he did was give me the video and a link, and that was it. He didn't try to sell me. He didn't try to convince me or try to recruit me in any way. All I did was watch the video. And here I am, thousands of dollars a day later, and I'm excited to share with you an activity that has totally changed my life, physically, financially, and spiritually. Now, this activity revolves around the law of reciprocity. What you give out in life comes back to you multiplied. Participants walk and talk and breathe this law. Now let's say, for example, you got started by making a one-time out-of-pocket donation of only $25. Now, this will qualify you to receive unlimited $25 cash gifts and donations from people around the world. Now, should you wish to donate higher amounts, such as $250 or $500 or even $1,000, you can do so at any time in order to receive unlimited $250 or $500 or $1,000 in donations. You get my point? Now, to illustrate the potential power of this activity, take a look at this table. Now, let's say, for example, you decide to donate $1,000 to a partnersinwealth.org crowdfunding campaign. And on the first week, you give the link to this video to as many people as you possibly can, and you only receive 10 donations. Folks, that's $10,000 in donations in your hand for your cause or project. And your project could be to purchase a multi-million-dollar home for you and your family because you were about to be kicked out of your rental apartment, then live on the streets. Or perhaps you are crowdfunding for your tuition to Harvard Medical School. Whatever it is, if you need thousands and thousands of dollars in your hands quickly, this is it. Having $10,000 in donations in your hands, you can increase your donation and give $2,000 to a qualified partnersinwealth.org campaign promoter. Now, by giving this donation, it qualifies you to receive as many $2,000 donations from your donors. Now, let's say your 10 donors got 10 donors each, which is 100 donors who will donate $2,000 to you and your project, which equals $200,000 within your second or third week. It's incredible. Having $200,000 in donations in your hands, you decide to increase your donations to $4,000 to a qualified partnersinwealth.org campaign. And by giving this unconditional donation, it qualifies you to receive as many $4,000 in donation. And let's say those 100 donors get 10 donors each. That's a total of 1,000 donors. Now imagine that. 1,000 donors giving you $4,000 for your project or your campaign. You may want to donate to a higher amount of $8,000. That's 1,000 donors promoting their campaign and sharing this video. Let's say those 1,000 donors only get 10 donors each. That's 10,000 donors who will be donating $8,000 to you. Come on, you do the math. Some of you may be saying, though, hey, this can never happen. And I have to admit, you're right, because some will be receiving more donations. Now, I personally received more than 30 donations on my first month, and those people went to work. Now, believe it or not, some of them were more successful than others. Understand that this is a global activity, and there are more people outside the United States that are willing to do whatever it takes to achieve the freedom that most people take for granted. Listen, I remember when I went to college, and I had to borrow money to pay for my books. But because of that education I received, I was able to pay everyone back and more. Hint, hint, borrow the money. Quote, do whatever it takes. Are you willing to do whatever it takes as long as it's legal, honest, and ethical? I'm going to end this video by saying this. You cannot be skeptical and make money at the same time. You just can't. Take a look at crowdfunding. Google it. You'll see that it is estimated to hit over $90 billion by the end of this year. I just want to get a piece of that action, don't you? And finally, if you help enough people get what they want, you will get what you want, multiplied. It's the law. So get started now. Get back with the person who introduced you to this video and tell that person, I'm ready. I deserve the best that life has to offer. Hey, everybody, God bless you, and we'll see you at the top.